everyone, Flora here. I'm going to take my seatbelt off. So, hello. Today is Saturday morning, and I just spent pretty much all day yesterday hanging out with my sisters and my family, and we had a surprise party for my sister yesterday for her 48th birthday, which is actually today, but that's what made it such a surprise for her. So, what I'm coming to you with today is about random acts of kindness. This is a practice that I learned, probably like 20 years ago. And in doing random acts of kindness, well, first of all, what random acts of kindness is. Hi, Kaylee. Yay. So what random acts of kindness is basically doing something for someone just because, without any expectation of thanks, without any expectation of anything other than just having it be a surprise for the person. Hi, Cassidy. And, so what a random act of kindness looks like. It could be paying for somebody's meal. It could be baking some bread for somebody and giving it to them. It could be buying their groceries. It could be opening the door for someone. It could be just calling them saying, hey, what's up, So a random act of kindness is just that, is exactly what it sounds like. It's a random act of kindness that you extend out to someone in your life or some random person that you don't even know. Now, the beautiful thing about random acts of kindness is it shifts the energy of the planet. It shifts the energy of you. It shifts the energy of the other person. And this is especially good to do on a day that you're feeling funky. It's especially good to do on a day that you really don't feel like doing it. But it's also really good to do when you absolutely feel it. You're like, yes, I totally want to do good in the world. Now, the other thing about random act of kindness is to not tell anybody about it. Okay? We see all these videos online about people giving people thousands of dollars or buying this or buying that or whatever, and it's publicized. And one of the things that I love about that is that it's showing how much of an impact a random act of kindness can actually make on someone's life and on their attitude and also on the person who's actually doing the random act of kindness. So, even though I had heard about all these fabulous things and whatnot, I resisted for several years doing random acts of kindness just because I was like, well, I give in other areas of my life, whatever. And, from time to time, I would drop off a bag of groceries here and there to some people, but I would do it like when they weren't home or do it like in the middle of the night. And so when they woke up, they opened their door, all of a sudden, oh yeah, here's a bag of food or whatever. This was probably, 8 years ago or something. I was doing some training down in Arizona. And I was just I had a fabulous time so far, but the second to the last day of the training, it was a very intensive training. I was just in a funky ass mood. I was like, I was ready to go home. It was just really intense and I was just ready to go home. And so I knew I needed to do a random act of kindness to get me out of my head. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Steve. And so I was like, well, where the hell? I don't know. And I wanted to do a random act of kindness before I actually went to the session that day. So I wanted to go get some coffee, and the coffee place that I was going to go to was closed. So I had to go to one like all the way across town, and I was like, shit, I'm going to be late. Ugh, and I was kind of pissed. But I'm like, whatever. So I was committed at that point, And so I got to the coffee place, and I got my coffee, and then there was a Cracker Barrel or some big chain, restaurant place next to it. And so I sat in the front and I'm like, yes, I'm going to do this. And so I walk in and I told the person, I said, hey, I want to pay for somebody's meal, but I don't want them to know it was me. And he looks at me. I said, this is like a random act of kindness. He goes, oh, yay. And so he flips over the monitor and he goes, these are the tables where there's people sitting at them. And I said, okay. So I picked a number and I said, I want to pay for that person's meal with the tip. And if they haven't gotten dessert, I want to give them, like that thing. And he's like, oh, yay. Okay, cool. And he was all excited. And so I paid for it whenever. And I said, don't say anything until after I leave. And then the guy's like, okay, so I paid for it, and then I went in my car and was sitting there, and it felt so good. But what was even better was it just so happened to be the person that, okay, so I was sitting facing the restaurant, and there was a big, huge window, and he walks up to a table, and was talking to the person, and the lady's like, oh, and she like started bawling, and I'm like, so I started bawling, and I was like, yay. And so like that was the person's table that I paid for, and it totally shifted my energy, and it was like, in such a good way. It was so good. Hi, Melissa. And it was one of those things that it just made my heart soar. And from that moment on, I was absolutely hooked in doing random acts of kindness. And like this surprise party for my sister was a total random act of kindness. She totally was not expecting it, you know, totally. And there was a ton of us in on it. And it was so awesome seeing her face when she popped in, and we were like, surprise! And she was like, oh my God. And then as she was seeing the people that were there, she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you're here, oh my God. It was hysterical. And it was, you just could feel the love just expand and expand and expand, and it was so good. And so I say all of this to encourage all of you today to do a random act of kindness without telling anybody else about it. Just do it for the sake of doing it, just to see how it feels. Whether it's getting $20 out of your account and breaking it up into $5 bills and just giving 4 people $5, or giving one person $20, or going and opening the door for someone, or whatever it is. You don't have to spend your money doing it, but just really ask yourself, what can I do to help make someone's day, whether it's somebody that you know or somebody that you don't know, and just notice how you feel. Notice how you feel. You know, one of the things that I always say, as kind of a prayer before I go to bed, is the mountain of content that I creates a ripple effect that affects millions of people. And this is one of the things. You can be the stone in the middle of the pond that starts the ripple effect in your life. That ripple effect of positive, amazing things and amazing vibes. And this is one of the things, is that when we give ourselves permission to positively impact somebody else's life, oh my God, there's like nothing else like it. Lisa says, get it, Flora. And she says, I'm taking homemade Christmas cookies to band practice today. Shh, it's a surprise. I love it. Yes, that's exactly what it's like. I mean, and even putting a card in the mail, you know, doing something, just, it doesn't have to cost money. It really just depends on your energy that you're bringing to the table, and just say, I want to positively impact somebody's life today, and be open to the surprises. Be open to how your intuition leads you to doing that to someone. I mean, whether it's just going to a nursing home and saying, hey, who's never had a visitor, or who hasn't had a visitor this week, and go just sit with someone, or ask them, hey, you want to play cards, or do you want to play a board game, or do you want to do something, you want to just hang out and watch TV or something. And, you know, whatever it is, whatever you're guided to do, go into it with the intention of causing that ripple effect in your life, that positive impact that we can all make, because this is the holidays, and the holidays are really hard for people. You know, Thanksgiving is next week, and for half of the population, it's an amazing thing. For the other half of the population, it's a reminder of a really brutal, really bad time that their land was taken over. So regardless of what you're going through at this time, remember that we have the opportunity. You, every single one of you watching, we all have the opportunity to create a better life for everybody around us. And regardless if you're having a shitty day or if you're having a really good day, you have the opportunity to make one person's life a little bit better. And in doing that, maybe that creates that ripple effect in your life. So today I'm encouraging all of you to be the stone that creates the positive ripple effect in the lake that is your life. Josh says, this brightens my day. I really needed this today. Yay! I love it. All right, everyone. I love you so much. And I would encourage all of you to share this on your Facebook pages. Just hit share and tell your friends to watch this. And if we can create a ripple effect this holiday season that moves mountains, that really moves the masses to doing one tiny little fabulous action for somebody in their life, think of what would happen. Think of what would happen if we spread peace and joy and love and laughter throughout the world today. What an amazing thing this is going to do for the planet, for the vibration of the planet. So, all right, I love you all. If you want another resource besides Random Acts of Kindness, if you want another resource to help you finish your year strong, to finish today or finish this month strong, and you want to have goals, or you've got goals that you aren't quite sure how to make them stick in your life, I have a free gift for you. It's called Finish Your Year Strong. So click the link in the comments to grab your free gift. It's my gift to you as a random act of kindness. Nicole says, I gather non-perishables and I see people in need on the way to work on the street corner. I hand them out. Time to do this again. Thanks for the reminder. You're very, very welcome. All right. Share this with all of your people, and also grab your free gift to finish your year strong in a really positive, empowered, and impactful way. I love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.